Testing 1, 2. I'm here. See if everybody comes in. Yeah, buddy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I can't hear you. You're on mute. Hang on.
Okay, all better now.
All right, cool. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not too bad, man. Just recovering from a nice little vacation. That's about it.
Yeah. You needed it. You deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a couple people coming in yet. How about yourself? How you been doing?
Pretty good. The kids have kind of been in and out the doctors with ear infections lately. So yeah, it's parent life.
Shanda,
Yeah.
how you doing? I can't hear you. Hang on.
No,
There you
I
go.
was muted.
All right. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
All right. How's your week?
All right. I think I met Donna the other day at an acting class.
Yeah. Hi.
You go
Hello.
to
I
Bob's?
borrowed her glasses.
You go to Bob Rush's class?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. She drank out of my wine glass yesterday. We already are so close.
That's awesome. Yeah, Bob's awesome. He actually did an acting workshop 2 years ago at our film festival. So it was pretty fun. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm sure there's other people that will join, but I got them where not just anybody can join, but the people who are part of our team this year. So let me just make sure I got everybody in though. I don't know how long these calls can last. From what I understand, if you don't have a premium account, it's only like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. But I'm
something like that.
I'm using the UB's system, so my account through UB, and I don't think there's a limitation on that. So we'll see how this works out. So a question with the two of you: have you been at the 48 before? On a
I
team?
haven't. No.
Oh wow, okay, well, that's cool. So normally what happens is they have a kickoff that every team who wants to participate goes to. It's over at the zoo that they don't normally do it. They have like a little meeting room, and the team leaders, and if there's some other team members, join them, and we all kind of hang out, talk, and all that stuff. This year they're not going to do that. They're doing it via Zoom and live streaming.
Oh, okay.
Because of the COVID thing, obviously. But so it might be myself, or it might be I just do it via Zoom. But usually we take our genre out of a hat, each team leader, and there's typically between 25 to 30 in Buffalo that different teams that do this, that participate. So I think we're at 31, maybe 32 if they already signed up. I think 32 is the limit. So, which is phenomenal because in years past, they've had maybe 15. But in the last 5 years since Jordan Lima took over as Buffalo producer, he's been doing phenomenal for this particular event. Just, so great. So he's been an awesome asset for our city. But so what happens is that the team leader picks out of the hat our genre, which are usually one of two that we can choose from. That's in the hat. It will be written on a piece of paper. Example is they'll say, you get either film noir or horror. Like that's your two options, but you can actually use both if you want. But you have to have at least one or the other in it as your genre. You can use other elements too if you want. I mean, you can do film noir and comedy, film noir and drama, however you want to do it, but it has to be obvious that one of them is. Hang on a second. We have a new participant that just moved in Buffalo. Connecting to audio. And so we'll figure that out Friday. But before all that, we usually will get all the elements given to us a couple minutes before, I think. Yeah, usually it's a couple minutes before. That's Tasia, is that how you pronounce it? I don't know how to pronounce your name.
It's Taisia. Sorry, I'm trying to mute it because that.
Oh, nice. Nice ambient sounds in the background. Taisia, beautiful name. Glad to meet your acquaintance.
Thank you.
So we're just kind of discussing how we're going to get the elements, on Friday. Have you participated in any 48-hour projects in any other city before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. All right. So just to reiterate, we have a kickoff event, and I think I can share my screen. So let's see if I can do that.
Now, what time is that? Because you had mentioned meeting at your church at like 6 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah.
Is that like after you would have drawn the stuff, or is that kind of like?
Well, the
I'll
kickoff event is virtual, so we'll kind of watch it via
There?
our
Okay.
media setup, and then it'll be between 6 and 7 is the Zoom and live stream kickoff event. 7:30 is usually when, bam, they send everybody out. So we'll have our elements and our genre and all that stuff picked by that time. I've never used this. Let's see. I'm recording it for anybody who missed it tonight. Give me a second here. I've never posted it before, so I don't see a way to show a screen.
I think on the bottom you can like
Share
share
screen. Okay,
screen.
got it here.
I've never actually done it on Zoom. Probably similar to Teams though, I would assume. We use that for work.
All right, here we go. Screen one. We'll share this for now. Okay. You let me know when you can see it.
Yep.
You can see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, great. All right. So on their website, there's a main website for the whole world's organization, which is just 48hourfilm.com. And then we have our city webpage, Buffalo, New York. So, so I guess they're still allowing last minute people,
Well,
but it says team capacity has been reached. So that's either 30 or 32. I don't know what the limit is. We were signed up a year and a half ago when they had the fire sale in January of 2020, before they did the lockdown and announced that 2020 is canceled. So people have an opportunity to find a team. Kickoff will announce the required elements, and that's usually a line of dialogue, a character name, the character's occupation, and a prop. So those are the four specific elements that have to be in everybody's film, no matter what. The genre is picked by a hat, or I don't know how they're going to do it this year. But that is, every team will have a different two options. So, and I think they have, this is the formatting at the end of it that's required, and that's for the editor mostly. The filmmakers or the cinematographer and the editor has to know the media requirements. So Taisia, if you're interested in being a part of editing as well, you're more than welcome to help me with that. And that could be done remotely, so you don't have to drive all over the place. I know you're
Yeah.
limited in transportation, so
Yeah, I don't have a car. So, I mean,
yeah, I understand. So we're gonna figure a way to get you there. And I know, let me try to figure. Shanda, what area do you live in?
I live in Wheatfield, but I can drive around. That's fine.
Well, she's actually would be en route to the church if you're coming Friday.
Yeah, I was gonna come Friday.
Okay, good. And Tasia, you're willing to come on Friday as well?
sure, it's at 6, right?
Correct, yeah. Well, she'll be
Yeah.
picking you up maybe about 5:30-ish, 5:15, 5:45, whatever, at the latest.
Yeah, I can message you on your full name would be on, like, if I found you on Messenger or something, I could message you and we could arrange something.
Yeah, and it's the same exact headshot that you see right now.
Okay.
My full name is Taisia, and then the last name is Lamaco, but there's not a lot of us, so you'll find me.
Yep, so you're actually new in Western New York, correct?
Yeah, I've been living here since COVID, which is unfortunate for me.
Hmm.
But I'm from down in Texas, so
Oh, very cool.
I was supposed to move to Brooklyn. That's why I sold my car because I had one.
Oh.
But then COVID, and so now I'm stuck here without a car and still not in Brooklyn because that's where my college is.
Oh, are you planning to go there this semester or?
No, I'm going there in January. I'm still remote, so I'm still taking classes. I'm in the college, but I'm
Nah.
remote.
Which
So
school
I'm
is it?
moving January.
Which
It's
school?
Fierstein Film School as part of Brooklyn College.
Oh, okay, very good. That's the closer to downtown?
Yeah, it's near the Navy Yard. So yeah, it's pretty close to Manhattan though.
Yeah, cool. Nice little spot. They gentrified it, so it looks nicer over the last 5 years.
Yeah, well, the rent prices went up too, so I'm not excited.
No, I can imagine. So now, what made the detour from Texas to Brooklyn made it to Buffalo? That's my question.
Residency. I have a friend
Gotcha.
of mine who lives in Buffalo, and she bought a house,
Okay.
and I wanted residency to go to school.
Good.
And since I didn't want to move to Brooklyn and pay those prices, if it's going to be remote, what's the point?
Right.
So it just kind of serendipity. She happened to buy a house. She rents me a room. So I've been living with her for like a year now.
Very cool. Well, welcome to Western New York. We'll try to make it as tolerable as possible.
Thank you.
And Donna and Shanda both are actresses locally here in Western New York, and they've done various projects. And I've been on, actually, each one of them I've been on one project with. And one of them I don't think I have seen the light of day yet. I think the 24 hours, $24, $5 an hour. Is that the name of the project? I don't even know what that is. So I've never seen that one. I have no idea what's going on with that. And I think I put off one of my best performances ever. Locked up, caged away in a, like, screaming, trying to get out.
Definitely scary.
And I have not yet seen it. And I'm mad. So
I feel that. Yep.
and Shanda and I are on a series called Unusual Attraction. So, and she plays my wife, which we never see each other. Ex-wife, right? Maybe.
Oh no, I play like the mom of Jaylee, and then Jaylee's
Jaylee.
Michael's friend.
Okay. I guess I
I
mixed
was a
it all
bar
up.
extra for that.
Oh, were you?
All right.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw
Yeah,
you
it was
then. I saw you on back behind the scenes. Yeah.
Yeah, I was, yeah, that was, yeah, it was only one time I was an extra there.
Cool. Well, there's plenty of opportunity while you're going to school here, so we're never short of projects to do here, and some even paid, so. Now, did you get hooked up yet with the people that are doing, any of you, I guess, the, what's that project they're doing right now? Cabrini.
Brittany?
I didn't.
I
sign
did
up
the
for
whole
that one.
website thing.
Did you really?
I did, me? Yeah, I did the website thing, but from what I heard on in some other group chat, that it's just, there's so many people, and they need so many extras, and they're very specific. So like, I didn't get nobody reached out to me after I filled out like my dates and stuff.
Same with me. I'm not Italian looking enough. I am trying, but I got too much red hair, Irish looking, so it is what it
I'm
is.
I'm pretty white, and then I dyed my hair black, so now I have a confusing looking ethnicity. And now I have braces, so that's not great. So
Beautiful.
it's like,
Yeah, they didn't have that in the
Right.
1800s.
Yeah, that one's a period piece.
well, you know what? I could just keep my mouth shut. Women did at the time anyway.
Yeah, right. It's sad to hear that, but yeah, it's true. So anyways, we're just still looking at this screen here. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is basically the it's a quick thing. It's 48 hours. Usually the Friday night is the group meeting for everybody to figure out where they fit in. Because the genre specific sometimes will throw some people off that are not used to doing a certain genre, some actors, but most actors will do anything, so that's, you got to be flexible, in my opinion. As far as people that do the crew, typically we will have some crew there, but it seems like everybody's got something going on this summer. And, it's just because of COVID. Post-COVID, everybody and their mother are getting married, or they're having birthdays, everything that was delayed, they're just doing it all this summer. And so it takes away a lot of people that were part of the crew. So we will have cast and crew kind of working congruently. We will also make sure IMDb credits will be also that specific. So if you're actress lady number one, that's, named Chantel, and then you're also a boom operator, you'll get both of those credits on IMDb. We also, after the film festival is done, we will be redoing the editing. So we will shoot more than we need, because we want to do maybe a cleaner edit later. 7 minutes is just not a whole lot of time to tell a good solid story. It's good for a little skit, maybe a comical skit, maybe a simple one scene type of location type thing. For the most part, most of the successful ones over the years just use one location, one room, one outside of the building type of location. In my opinion, outside can be difficult if it's noisy. So indoors get more, control over that. I don't want to do any ADR, so I want to make sure that all of our recording on audio is clean. And we'll have a separate mic from the camera. So that helps a little bit. If we have to do ADR, we'll probably do that on Sunday during the editing process. But for the most part, I do not want to do ADR. I don't care, how bad it might be. I mean, in my opinion, we'll do a good job. We'll take a couple takes of each scene, but I don't want to do ADR. I want to do every audio that we need, every video that we need, everything at the location that we're at, which I haven't selected yet, but it might be East Aurora again, over at that other church. We did ask them if we can use that facility, and we're talking about after noonish to show
Okay.
up there.
Yeah, I was
So
gonna ask, like, do we sleep over of a big group, or do we meet each day somewhere, or I didn't
what I
know.
did with the other ones is that whoever are the writers, they'll collaborate with each other overnight, usually. They release it to me before 6 a.m. I overlook the thing, and then I kind of make a little adjustments, and then I release that to the actors at 7 a.m. And then the actors kind of work together from home if they want, or if they want to get together a couple hours before and talk about it. That's up to you guys. And then at about 12:30, we'll be on set, ready to start rehearsing a couple of those lines. If there's any questions, and if there's any little tweaks that I might see that needs to be, adjusted there, here and there. But, I definitely leave it up to the interpretation of actors on what the script says. But if there's a certain direction that it has to go to make the story make sense, then I'll interject either more feeling, less feeling, whatever, that kind of thing. But I'll definitely watch and see how it works. If you got some experience in acting, that's all that matters. I'm not looking for Oscar winners right now. But if we're gonna win it, we can definitely use an Oscar winner. You know what I mean? So think seriously about it. Take this as a serious addition to your film reel if you want to use it for that purpose. But we're gonna have fun regardless. It's not meant to be intense for everybody, just for the people that decide I'll start a team. It's gonna be more intense for me than anybody because I have to sweat to make sure it's on time. But everything else, it's gonna be casual. Let's have fun. But we'll figure out costuming, any of that effect. If you do have to buy something that's a costume, I recommend you go to AmVets because it's dirt cheap and it's good quality use clothing. It's never, as far as thrift shops go, AmVets is the best. And the one in Orchard Park is one of the better ones. Donna?
I absolutely love doing styling. I got to assist on Wolf Boy for some styling and finding some pieces and stuff. I love doing the thrift shopping and setting up scenes and stuff. So if you need help with any of that, if you need particular costume pieces, I probably have it in my closet already.
Okay.
So let me know.
All right. So you're our set designer and costumes. You've already been selected. And I know you're a very creative type, so I can see that's going to work out. And Shonda, what other, besides acting, do you think you enjoy doing?
I'm interested in learning screenwriting, but I've never done it yet, but I can maybe try to help with a script or something.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to need help with script because I think our team of experts, I think I got this on long enough. Stop share. Okay. So our team of experts in many areas have so many obligations now. We'll have maybe a couple people contribute to the script, but won't be writing it necessarily. So just the way it is. And plus,
How many people are on the team?
it was 2 people and they both now have events to deal with. So we might have a third person that also contributes that will be on the writing team. So whoever shows up at church basically is who we're going to decide who does what. But right now we're just kind of getting an idea of who's now thinking about it and what they want to do. So when the other people come and if they listen to this, that they'll get an idea where they're at. So any questions first before I think about whatever we're going? Okay, we're in group A. So just so you know, share the screen again. Sorry. Try this again. So group A, all right, is the group that we're in, which means that our film will be on Saturday, August 28th at the 11:15 a.m. slot. So these are all the teams that are in that group. All right. And so they also have an audience choice award for each day. So, we can be in the top 3 of that, if anything. But Pizza Dog has always done very well. So that's a big deal. Bad Apple's been doing really well. And I can't say we have done any well because this is our first time competing against the whole city. We've done the virtual one that 48 Hours did. And then we also did a Christian one from year and a half ago out of Nashville. So, but these are all a phenomenal team, well-seasoned producers, actors. So we got competition for sure. So
Yeah, the usual attractions like luminary figures and
luminary
composed
figures, yeah. Composed image. That's the one that project that we're on. And Group B, they'll be doing Sunday at 11:15 a.m. So it's up to you guys or ladies if you're interested in attending the screenings. I highly recommend going just because it's fun. It's an enjoyable moment. And it's going to be at the North Park Theater on Hurdle Avenue. And again, it's going to be both Saturday and Sunday, each group. And I don't know about this guy. I don't know why that's to be determined. I don't know what that means. Never seen that yet. So, and there it is again. That's premiere screenings, Hurdle Avenue. So, Taisia, I'm going to try to pronounce it fluently
You got it.
as best as I can, as often.
Just don't add an H.
Yes. Say again.
Just don't add an H. People like to say Taisha and it's,
Gotcha.
it's terrible.
Taisia, gotcha. All right. So editing, you said you were interested in directing or editing?
Well, I mean, in this case, I'm going to skip the directing. The acting, I can write a script. I've written 2 features and 3 shorts, so I know how.
Okay.
And also editing. So I am offering those acting, editing, and and script writing. That's what I'm offering this
Okay.
time.
All right. So Sunday we're gonna probably have everything we need. I'm striking for 8 p.m. Saturday as our wrap. So 12:30 till 8 should be enough time to record everything we need. So by 8:15, once I dump everything, we'll make sure that you and I can collaborate. Now, what do you use for editing right now?
I have Final Cut Pro for the actual editing, but for the coloration or the color grading, I prefer DaVinci. So usually I'll edit in Final Cut Pro and then I'll throw it in DaVinci to actually do the coloring because it's just a better program for it.
Okay. Yeah, I use Adobe products. So I have tried to sit down and teach myself DaVinci. And it's like the minute I start working on that, everything is gone. It's like, I just don't have time to do it.
DaVinci is not intuitive at all. I hate it for editing. I genuinely hate it. I've always used Final Cut Pro, but the coloration on DaVinci is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
The color grading, the way it color grades is so good.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people and professionals are really enjoying DaVinci lately. So,
we had to learn how to use it for school. So
yeah, we didn't have to at UB for whatever reason. They just stuck with Premiere, and they did, I think, Final Cut, but that's because they had Macs. Final Cut, in my opinion, is not great on PC. As a matter of fact, I had a Mac, an old one, and the battery got super real thick because it was just too much information. The Mac was just too old, couldn't handle it anymore.
I prepared for that. Just for school, I bought a $2,000 16-inch Mac for that purpose. It's got like 3 fans in it. It's great.
Oh, beautiful. Good for you. All right. So, so you're designated as part of the editing process, and it would just be you and me working on that more than likely. So, I could work remotely with you in any capacity. You just let me know what you need and that kind of thing. But yeah, the page has all the required media. You understand all that, right? I'm sure you do.
Let me look. Hold on.
It's on the screen. It should be shared right now. And I'll give you the link in a.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay. But I'll give you the link to it so
maybe
you have
Friday we can agree how we want to kind of split up the work. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I think you can finish the the color grading and whatever the final product, you know, the color and what's the word I'm looking for? What's the last part of it? What is it? Color grading and I can't even think straight.
Well, sound design, but that kind of comes with the editing, doesn't it?
Formatting, yeah. Formatting at the end of it, but the color grading and the that's fine. Whatever it is, I'll trust your judgment on the end of it. So, all right, so that's perfect. So we'll do that. You just we'll might even task you to upload it from where you're at, and as long as it's the formatted, I would say our target's date time for formatted and all that stuff is 5 p.m. so that we have enough time to upload it into their system in case there's something that happens. And so I'll share the drive that I have that's got tons of space that you can upload it to as well as a backup, which is Google Drive through UB's, UB's system. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing and try to think what else we got to cover. Trying to see, somebody else might be asking to join the group here, but. All right. So, I mean, if it's just the 4 of us, which I know there's more people that will be available Friday, but if it's just the 4 of us, to me, that's still enough because we've had a team as small as 3 and we've had a group as large as 25. So it doesn't matter how big the group is can you get the job done? That's it. Can the people that are actually participating do that job? And that's it. So we'll get everybody involved in the crew and the cast, and we'll find out by the script where we all have to be. So if I do the camera and the boom mic, I don't care. You know, I just want to make sure that we have good script that makes sense and the people that are acting understand the direction of that project. So bottom line is we're going to have fun. Doesn't matter. You know, we'll add to our resume, we'll add to IMDb's. Some may not want to if it turns out really bad, which I know it won't. I'm a perfectionist, so I'm going to do the best I can to make it look good. But we do have a lot of competition in Buffalo where we have 4 years ago, one of the best filmmakers. They worked for Pegula Sports, which is the Buffalo Bills and the Buffalo Sabres owner, that won not only in Buffalo, but they also won at Filmapalooza and other categories, best cinematography in 1 year, and then one was just best direction or something to that effect. You can look on the Buffalo website, you'll see the previous years. But Pegula Sports was nicknamed Partially Submerged Elephants as a play on the acronym for Pegula Sports Entertainment. Then they renamed themselves Pan American Films or something to that effect. So they did really well 2 years in a row and went to Cannes Film Festival, screened their film up there in France. So that was an exciting thing for Buffalo to be out there in the top 12 in the world out of 135 cities. So that's exciting, you know, and it creates a buzz in our area for more activity like that. So it's very competitive, but it's fun. People love each other's projects. People collaborate with each other and other projects after this. You know, not only the big productions that come into town, but also the smaller productions that we're all working together on. It won't be uncommon for me to be on a set as an actor on one project, a boom operator for another project, a cameraman for another, and then, you know, a script supervisor for another. It's not uncommon for people to work in that capacity in this area. And then a year later, we're competing against each other in a festival like this. So it's really exciting. But thank you to other ladies, Donna and Shanda, for coming to the our film festival that I host called the Great Lakes Christian Film Festival. And I know transportation was an issue for Taisia. And hopefully, if you're still in the area, we can remedy that.
I'm assuming somebody can pick me up Saturday at 12.
Yep. So Shanda's gonna get a IMDb credit for transportation too. So that's not a problem.
Thank
Where
you.
did you say you live? Or, well, I can get the address
So
later.
Canisius College. Do you
Near
know what
Canisius.
Oh, Canisius
is?
College? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too far from the 33, which will get you to the church.
Does the church have a parking lot or is it just kind of parked
My
nearby?
church
or-
does, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, nice big parking lot. I think it might have 50 spots there, but it's never that big.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm just horrible at parallel parking. So,
And Friday night, we also, at our church, we do a thing called something under the stars, we call it, which we have hot dogs, hamburgers, and all that stuff. So when you enter, you'll be entering through like the side door where the hot dog stand and all that stuff is set up. They got a stage, they do open mic. It's kind of a fun event for the neighborhood. And then you just come through the back where the sanctuary will be. We'll meet there. This way we can try to live stream that whole thing. So more people will be there. Don't worry. But the people that participate in the event, I think it's going to be around 10 of us this year, including the 4 of us. So it'll be, 6 more people at least will be participating. So, and if all else fails, we're going to have to bring my daughter on, put her on the camera. So
we could even like trade, like, like if some actors are not in a certain scene, we can hold a boom mic or something for the scene we're not in or things like that. I mean, we could all.
yep, typically
stuff.
we'll do that. I'm gonna try to get like a couple, like a C stand where it could be held up and just nobody has to hold it. But if I don't get that, then we'll do the best we can, just kind of shifting around here and there.
Hey, duct
So-
tape then.
Yeah, right. Just hang it
But,
from the ceiling, a little
right.
thumbtack.
I can get a bunch of kids if you need a kid scene. I have a whole football team of boys. If you need to pull some kids real quick, I can make some calls if we need that type of scene. But if you want anybody for like a director assistant or production assistant, I'm looking to do a little bit more of that as well. Yeah.
Cool. Well, you're the PA then. How about that? See, we've got transportation, PA, and editing, and I'll be director at this point. I
And
know,
set
we-
costume time.
and costume, yeah, just write down all your titles before we start, so.
Actress, writing.
So as far as a production assistant, then what you're gonna also be responsible for is paperwork.
Yeah,
So
let me
then
know
what that
exactly.
requires is that every person has to sign a waiver that they're in it. They're not getting paid for it. Every crew member is the same concept. Nobody's getting paid for it. There's no compensation for the location, all that stuff. So you'll see there's a huge pack, and I'll share that, Donna, with you. If they don't have it already on the website, I'll give you the link for that. But there's a huge packet of information that everything's got to be filled out, and that gets submitted with the film. So
Okay.
between me, I'll be the final person to submit both of them. So whatever Taisia and Donna come up with before, let's say 5 p.m. Sunday, that's what I'm going to be submitting. And I want to do it before 7:30, because if we give ourselves that 2-hour window, that could be, anything can happen. So we
Yeah.
want to make sure that 5 p.m. will be our deadline and our team. And if
Okay.
we can do it sooner, we'll do it sooner. 1 o'clock, we can do it, 3 o'clock, whatever. But 5 o'clock is on Sunday it should be our team's goal, is to make sure everything's ready, paperwork, and then final edit.
Do we have
Uh,
a church that we use for the waivers and stuff?
Say again?
Is there a printer at the church that you can use for the waivers and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah, but I'll have stuff like that printed out beforehand.
okay,
We'll know Friday what we need, and then Friday morning or Friday night when I come home, whatever it is that needs to be filled out right away, we can do it. But I'll have stuff printed up even Friday night before I get there. So, yeah, so don't worry about printing and all that stuff. I'll make sure as much as we need will be printed up. And if we need more the next morning, we'll have that ready. So, now, Tasia, you said script also or no?
I can, yeah.
Okay, and who else has had script practice?
I've had script practice.
Okay, so maybe the two of you can also talk to each other a little bit about script. If the one lady that I think might come won't be able to participate. It's not because they can't, it's just everybody's families are visiting from out of town, it seems, this weekend. It's just
Yeah, I'll
crazy.
help like, whichever team, like I'll try to help with writing or other stuff. I don't have experience in some of this stuff, but I mean, I guess it'd be a good way to learn.
If
Just
you
depends on-
contribute one line in it, you're gonna get a writing credit. I don't care. We're just trying to see whatever talents are out here, we're using our talents that we're good at, and that's it. And if I make a cameo in it, if I'm lucky, then fine. If not, I don't need to be in it. That's my goal. I'm more producer for this project, director for the acting, and then for the crew. And then beyond that, if I don't make a cameo in it, I'm not worried about it, because to me, it's not about me being in it. It's about everybody using their talents to their abilities. So I just want you guys to know that. But yeah, if you
And
need
the
a
only thing I
ro-
don't have experience in, I don't have like the software or anything to do like the editing or the filming, so I wouldn't be good on that one, but
no worries. We'll
do acting or
we'll
try to help
find
with some of the
something
other
for you.
stuff or
We'll
crew.
find something else for you to do. Don't worry. You'll probably have 5 different titles at the end of the thing. So no worries. So I'm excited. I mean, this is going to be cool. First time we're all going to kind of work in the project that will be our own. You know what I mean? And apart from other projects we worked on. And then, a special guest from Texas, on our way to Brooklyn. Pretty excited about that.
Thanks.
That's going to be kind of fun. So I think we all have good on camera experience and behind the scenes experience. So I think we're all going to do well, and not worried about who doesn't show up. It's the same thing with the film festival. I never worry about who doesn't show up. It's whoever shows up, that's who we cater to.
Mhm.
And that's the same concept for this film project. So any questions, anything else? I mean, I don't want to keep it too long. This recording will be available for our group, and if anybody wants to ask more questions later, that'd be great. But we will meet 6 p.m. at Bread of Life Church in South Buffalo, and then we'll see who shows up. We'll get ourselves going. We'll try to write what we can that Friday night too. We can get like scratch paper, bring that with you, Donna and Tasia. Bring little pad of paper or whatever tools that helps you to make sure you have all the notes that you need for whatever it is that you're doing. Because
Is there like Wi-Fi or there? If we brought a computer, would we be able to like
yeah,
use it or?
yeah, there's Wi-Fi. Yeah, so bring an iPad, whatever it is you want to bring. But we want to make sure that we're ready immediately. As soon as they tell us what we're doing, bam, we're already starting the process. And we want to write that script up until midnight if we can. And if it's overnight, I mean, I hate for you to do that. It's only 7 pages worth that we need. We don't need 30 pages. So we'll try to make something that makes sense, write a script that makes sense. I'll look it over at 6 a.m. We'll share it through Google Docs. I'll approve it. I'll print it all out for everybody that's assigned the characters. They got to practice their lines. And then at 12:30 or whatever, we'll be on set talking about what we're going to be doing. So if the location changes, I'll let you guys know. But right now it's in East Aurora.
Is it the I-60? Was it I-61 church or what?
And go
Yeah,
right in
yeah.
there.
I
I like it because it doesn't look like a church. It could be used as a church, but it could be used as something
Anything?
weird. And it has, a couple back rooms on the side, but the very back room is like a warehouse. So that could be anything.
Oh, cool. Especially
You
if we
know?
did have like, get a horror theme or something.
That's right.
Warehouse
We can
would-
change the lighting the way we want. It's closed area. It's lighting controlled. It's very dark if it, you know, so I'll just bring the lights we need and go from there. I mean, so it's a really diverse little spot we could work in. And of course, if I could get the Aurora Theater to give us a couple minutes there, even that'd be fun. We just don't know if that's available yet during the day. Usually they have films all day, so it's kind of tough. So anyways, we're gonna have fun. I'm glad you guys are on board. We'll talk more on Friday.
Thank you for introducing to Pastor Joel
Yes,
and his, and I had a meeting with them about developing more youth group programs with them that they were looking for their church. And so I have a prior commitment Sunday to be with them. Is
Cool.
that okay if I meet up with you like after 2 on Sunday?
well,
Right.
Sunday, not necessary, yeah, during church,
Oh.
because I'll be playing drums at my church at Bread of Life Sunday morning. From 10
And then
till
you're doing the
noon.
editing and stuff, right? After that.
Well, from 10 till noon, I work as a drummer, plus I do the media there, you know, as far as live streaming. And then from noon till 5 is all about editing. So whatever, I'll
I'm not really-
actually make Taisia the lead on editing and let her tell me what she thinks based on what we have filmed. And she'll be there the whole time, so she'll know what we're shooting, as far as I know, right?
Yeah,
Okay, and you'll be. the
I
script,
only, my
writing
only
script.
commitment is like from 10 in the morning to like noon on Saturday. That's it. That's my only commitment. Other than that, I'm free the whole weekend.
That's perfect. All right, excellent. So that being said, Shonda, just you coordinate with Taisia what time to pick her up because of her commitment. And then we'll
Okay.
expect you to down there whenever, 12:30 till 1. We'll make final call time at 1, but if you can make it by 12:30, that'd be great. All right, so 1 till 8 roughly will be our time frame at that church, and then we'll be good. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to work with you ladies, and I think we're gonna have a blast and a great time. And it's Donna also, just so you know, the children's parents have to sign their waivers
Yeah.
to be able to participate. So just keep that in mind when you're talking to these kids, make sure the parents understand that they have to sign that waiver for them first. All right.
Yep, no problem.
All right. Love you guys. Appreciate
All right.
you. And we'll talk to you later.
Thank
See
you.
you Friday.
All right. Good night.
Bye,
Thank
girls.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.